I live for dessert. Connie Walshon here. Welcome back to our next step. It is Let's Get Twisted. It's pretzels smushed together over some cookie dough with some chocolate drizzled on top. It's the best next thing to heaven, and it's also beer's BFF. So just saying, if you don't want to make it yourself, you can always go online and order it, and yes, we do ship this as well. And now let's give thanks to our sponsors. We have two lovely sponsors. We have Restaurant Bakery at Mastery.com. They will help you get the best out of your business, whether you're a brick and mortar or a home baker. And Drebney Networks, they are a cybersecurity company who will help you find all the holes in your system and plug them up and keep your backups running smoothly. So let's get started. It's real easy. One bowl. No, hardly any mess. I won't say no mess because it is a little messy, why I have the gloves on. So you're going to have 2 cups of chocolate. I suggest you mix your chocolate all together so that it's not bitter. You don't want to have it too bitter or it won't really taste all that great with the pretzel. It'll kind of clash. You're going to have 4 cups of all-purpose baked flour. You do need to bake it so that all the bugs that like to crawl inside of it are killed off and you don't get any stomach visitors. It's at 325 for 15 minutes. If you're in a hurry, 375 for 5 minutes. And 1 1/3 cup of brown sugar. We like to put brown sugar in a lot of our stuff. It gives it a little bit of a richer flavor. 3/4 cup of chocolate with 1 tablespoon of butter, a small square of coconut oil. If you don't have a square of it, you can always do like 1/8 of a teaspoon. You don't want to do too much because you don't want the oil to sit on the top. You want to warm it at a low level, 25 seconds or so. Increments, stir it, give it a second to rest in between your warming so you don't accidentally burn it. And do the same thing with your white chocolate. You're going to need 1/4 cup of white chocolate. 3 tablespoons of oil. We prefer the extra virgin olive oil. It gives it a richer taste and it's healthier. 3 tablespoons of vanilla. We like the Mexican vanilla. It has a nuttier flavor to it, and we find that the real vanillas don't tend to bake off if you want to bake them, so it's really a nice blend. And you're going to need some large pretzels, just like that. Some gloves, a couple spatulas, the smaller ones, some spoons, and a small scooper is my favorite friend for this. So you're going to mix it all up in here. You want to get also 1/2 cup of butter. Now you don't want your butter melted, you want it soft. If it's melted, then it won't work and it'll just make your dough too gooey and you won't be able to actually work with it. And I also like to use the sweet cream butter. It has a richer taste to it. And once you get it all mixed up with your hands, and it's fairly mixed up, you don't want it to be over mixed. You are going to get a little bit messy with this one. You're going to put your oil in. And your vanilla. Come back in and finish mixing it up. This is also a good activity that you can do with your kids if you don't want to give them something too difficult to do. It's right up their alley. Ready to go. You'll see it's a little bit crumbly, but it will stick together once you get it in the scooper. You'll get your scooper here, pat it in. That just helps you make sure that it's not too big of a blob. If it's too big, it'll ooze out the side and then your sandwich won't work all that great. You do want to be gentle pushing it in because you will break your pretzel. Put your cookie dough in. If some of it falls out, you can just stick it right back in. And you get your scoop of your chocolate. Get all 4 of them on there, then we will drizzle the white chocolate over it, and it will be all completed. Now we're getting ready to drizzle the white on there. You're done. Now the nice thing about this is that you can do one of 2 things. You can freeze it, or you can just eat it as is. And that will be it. Thank you, and let's join us on the next episode and see what we can bake up. And here is the final result of your chocolate peanut butter cups. In a heart shape. They are fine and really good to eat. You will see by the shine, the layer of your chocolate. So the shinier your chocolate is, that means that the more pure your chocolate is. If it does not have that shine, that's because it's an imitation chocolate and they don't have that same quality as the cocoa bean. So we'll see you all on our next episode. Thank you for hanging in with us.